Welcome to Fit for Life with Karen. That's me. And it's good to be back with you folks. Do you need exercise? You probably do, unless you're exercising regularly every single day. And don't forget strength training. Most of you need it only twice a week with a couple of days in between. All right. But today we're going to talk about another basic fitness component, and that is flexibility, stretching. A lot of people really work hard. They do strength training and they do aerobics, but they don't stretch after. Normally you stretch afterwards, right? Because those muscles are all warmed up. So stretching or flexibility is a basic fitness component, and we need to do that when we exercise. It also improves your posture, which is so important, because when you're all scrunched together like this and you're not stretching, you're shorter, you don't look as good, you don't feel as good. So we're going to sit up nice and straight and improve our posture right away. So stretching is good for posture. It reduces the aches and pain of arthritis. It really does. So unless your doctor says don't do this or don't do that, you should be stretching. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some stretching, but before that, we're going to warm up. So it loosens your muscles, which is great. It relaxes and stretches your joints, which many of us have a problem with arthritis. And stretching lubricates the joints with synovial fluid, which is in your wrists, your knees, your ankles, your shoulders, and your hips. So these are just some of the reasons why it's really important for seniors to stretch, and everybody else too. So the first thing we're going to do is some of our exercises we do before we even get up in the morning. So you can sit back, push forward just a little bit in the chair, and make believe you're lying on your mattress. And we're going to do feet fans. That's what I named these. Back and forth with those feet, just to loosen up the legs a little bit, get that leg up to the brain. So it's really important. It's easy. You can do as many as you want. The person that taught me these exercises said he does about 100 of those. So I have been doing them almost every single morning since he told me to do these exercises. And that's been at least 30 years. So just keep that in mind. And then I'm going to have you lift those legs up. Now, if you're on the mattress, you can keep your heels down on the mattress and just point and flex and point. Now, if you want to tighten this area, this lovely area that causes us problems now and then, you can sit away from the back of the chair and you'll be tightening your abdomen and your lower back too. It gives you some strength for your lower back. So you can point and flex, make believe you're still in bed. You can keep your eyes closed when you do these exercises. Wonderful. Let's put one foot down and just circle the foot. So that's really easy. I think it's easy anyway. And it feels good, and it gives you ankle flexibility, which you need to prevent falling, right? Circle the other way. I usually do around 8 of everything. And if I don't, you can just keep going while I'm talking. So we'll try the other leg. We have 2 feet, 2 legs, 2 knees. So we have to do both sides, which is really important. Any kind of exercise also will improve your energy level, make you feel better. Because sometimes if I'm not being really, really busy, I feel like I want to take a nap. But if I take that walk, I go to the park, I start to wake up a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to lift that leg up and pull it toward your chest. Now, this is easier lying down, believe me. Take one leg. You don't have to do both unless you want to. Pull that leg right in. Let's drop the head down just to rest the back of the neck a little bit. Easy stuff. You can lift underneath or in front of the knee if you have a good knee, you don't have knee problems, and then bring that knee as close as you can to the chest. Also, do it with the breath, the yoga breath. So let's breathe up. And when you exhale, pull that knee in. Keep exhaling. So you're flattening the abdomen a little bit. Good. And pull the knee in. And if you want, when you are lying down in bed, you can take both knees. Okay. Let's try this one. Just let those, so what you're going to do is you're going to bend your knees so your feet are flat down on the mattress, and just move the legs back and forth And this kind of gets all of this going too. It's really good for us, and it's a nice stretch, as I said. Wonderful. And what you can also do, and I do this after this one, just kind of cross one leg over and pull that leg underneath down to the other side. This is a really good one. And you don't really have to do much because the weight of this leg will pull the lower leg over and give you a good hip stretch. People who have had hip surgery have to be careful, but I'm sure you've had physical therapy afterwards and you know exactly what you can do and can't do. So let's try the other side, cross it over and pull it down. But see, we can do this in the chair. I can feel it right here, and you should be able to feel it too. Just side to side knees, that's all. Okay, now another good stretch that feels good. You can bend one knee and the foot is down on the mattress. The other leg is straight. It's lying on the mattress, but you're going to lift it up and down. Oh, when it tightens the abdomen and stretches the back of the leg. So this one is equally easy, I think, sitting and lying down. So we have lots of muscles, over 600. They need to be stretched and used, and you will feel better. So the other leg, let's flex the foot a little bit. So that means bringing the toe toward the body or toward the head. And let's do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Oh, another exercise I should have given you before this one is just straighten that leg out, reach underneath, and pull that leg as close to your body as you can. Now, when you're lying down, the leg will go up more. So it's not so comfortable. It's more comfortable lying down. So you're getting a stretch in the back of the leg too, especially the hamstring. I like this one, and as I said, I do all of these every morning. There's about 10 of them. All right, straight out, underneath, and lift. Lift that leg up as much as you can. It's also a good stretch for the lower back. This one is better, bringing both knees in like we did before, and like some of you did before. And if you can't do that, don't worry about it. So that's the lower body. That's most of what I do for the lower body. Try this with me. Just lift your heels up. 1 and 2 and 3, just to get that blood circulating, as I said. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Push the feet forward just a little bit, or walk out and lift the toes. And 2, and try to keep your posture as straight as you can. You're not going to be thinking of it every minute, but try to correct yourself. We just don't want to get used to that, do we? It's aging, it's unhealthy, not a good thing. All right. Now for the upper body, there are so many things to do, and they actually involve your posture. They're good for your posture. And remember, when you strengthen the upper body muscles, it will be easier to hold yourself up without thinking about it every minute. So, arms out, that's easy. Palms facing the back. You can do this standing up also. If you want to stand up and do some of these, that's fine. Very gently push back. It opens all of this up. 2. Doesn't that feel good? And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Rest your arms now. Just cross elbow over elbow. Good. And the other side, it gives you a nice stretch in the upper back. I like this one. How about this one? The yoga eagle. That's an even better stretch. Let's go back and do the other side and just bring those hands together and see if you can touch the thumb, any finger, your hands, whatever. That's a good one. I like this one. All right. Now I want you to lift your shoulders forward, up, then up, back and down. Forward, up, back and down. Forward, up, back and down. One more time. We're not going to do 8 of these, just 4. So that 2 is a good stretch. Let's circle those hands. This one I like to do 8 of because I think it feels good. And then we'll go the other way. Just simple things like this. At least you're moving. Movement is life. The joy of movement. It is a joy, isn't it? That we can all still move. Clasp your hands. Turn them over. Don't go forward. Stay straight. And I'd like you to breathe out as you push out straight. That's it. And lift those arms up. Just return to your natural breathing. So you're still holding on. Very gently push back. 1 and 2. Can you feel that upper back flatten out? And 4 and 5 and 6. You can reach top shelves easier if you're stretched out. I don't have any trouble because I'm tall. But I can feel it. I know it's a good stretch when I'm doing it. Grab your wrist and just pull up. This too will make you taller, at least momentarily. Good. How does it feel? Now, if you haven't been exercising at all, you will feel it, and you will know that you need it. Yes. All right. Now, bring the elbows back. 1. Feel your shoulder blades come together. And 3. How does that feel? And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Now just bring your arms down and then turn so that I can see the top of your hand. You're watching me now. Bring and come, lean forward with a flat back or a straight back. See if you can lift those arms as high as possible. Come forward. This too can be done standing. Come up, do the opposite. Wonderful. I mean, it's easy to do, technically. Bring those arms back. It's going to feel pretty good, I think. Unless you've really let yourself go and that back is rounding, but there is something you can do about it. So we do have control over many things. They're called biomarkers, all the things that we have control over. The fitness components, even your blood pressure, you have some control over that. We take a lot of pills sometimes, don't we? One more time, coming forward and reaching back, up and back. My palms now are facing the ceiling. And then we'll come up. Great. Now, grab your elbows. This is an easy one. Again, sitting up straight, just pull across. Do you hear anything clinking around in there? Or sometimes I hear a little cracking. And 99.9% of the times, it just did that on this shoulder. It's okay. The tendons dry out a little bit with aging and they protest. But I think the more you do it, the less that will happen. So keep that in mind too. Let's touch the back of the neck. You can clasp your hands back there or just touch your neck. Bring those elbows back. Elbows back. And let's stretch to the side. This is a good one too. I like this one. And then we'll go back to the other side. So we're stretching the spine, and that's what this is leading up to, our spinal stretches. And then we'll go to the other side. Feels pretty good, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Coming back up. So let's slide forward in your chair. Hope you're using a chair that has arms. It's sometimes easier to work with. And just drop forward. So we're stretching the spine. This is spinal flexion. Flexion. Grab your ankles if you can. Try to flatten your back out. It's not so easy, but it's a wonderful stretch. Spinal flexion. Now we've already done spinal extension, but let's do it again. Let's do all of the ways that the spine can move and stretch. Good. And while you're doing this, think about tightening your abdomen a little bit. Don't stop breathing. I think you can do this and still breathe. I know I can, so hoping you can. Good. Just do the best you can. You're moving, and that's the important thing. Everyone is at a different fitness level, which I've said, I know, many times. All right, let's see. Let's rotate the spine. So, and how will we do that? Let's take both hands to the opposite arm and just, can you see I'm holding on here? Pull yourself around, pull that shoulder down a little bit, and the other shoulder will come down too. I love this one. I think it feels great. Don't hold your breath. Let's go back slowly to the other side. Let's take a breath in first this time. And when you exhale, just pull yourself around. Pull around. So great for posture. Great for stretching your waist, your back, your midriff, your shoulders, everything. And especially your neck. Now the spine can move or stretch in one more direction. Main direction. We're going to take this hand, cross it over, reach up with your other arm that's just kind of hanging around there. Let's take a breath up through the nose first and exhale. And when you exhale, let that arm stretch even more, just a tiny bit more. Wonderful. Good. Oh, can you feel it all the way down? Oh, it feels wonderful. And then we'll come back and just switch. Switch the arm to the other side. Breathe up through the nose and exhale. Try not to do that. That's not a stretch. Reaching up to the corner. Reaching, bending, and just breathing. Your natural breath, of course. And then we'll come back. So the spine can do all those things. Isn't that wonderful? So what we're going to do next is some standing stretches. I have some nice music for you. But for right now, I'd like you to grab your water. Take a little breath here. Makes kind of a creaky noise, doesn't it? I'm going to put the music on. And for about 5 minutes, we're going to do some nice standing stretches. Yes. So let's try it. We'll see what happens. Can you hear that music? I think you can. Good. All right. Feet apart. I'm going to move this back a little bit. You'll enjoy it more with the music. So it's just kind of a lunge. Good. Back and forth. Great. How does it feel? Wonderful. Let's take those arms. Just move them side to side. Little rotation there. All right. Now keep that nice wide second position that I'm talking about all the time. We're going to bend the knee, put this hand right on your thigh. It's going to be a really wide stance, all right? Palm down, right on the knee. Lift that arm up and over. Doesn't that feel good? If you need to hold on, get behind your chair. Hold on to the back of the chair. Sure, you can do it. And we'll come back up. Good. Bend the other knee. Palm down on the quads, on the thigh. Bring that arm up and over. How does that feel? Oh, it feels wonderful. Don't forget to reach. Not this, but reaching. Wonderful stretch. Can you feel it all the way through? Yes, of course you can. Triangle. Cross it over and touch that knee. You could do that. Or the thigh. If you want to touch your toe, you can do that too. Let's come up slowly. And cross. Or lower if you can do it. Or touching the floor if you can do it. Good. Let's try it again. Across. A little lower this time. Under the knee. Good. And up. Tall. Touch. And hold it. And hold it. Wonderful. Let's bring those feet together. Let's do some nice easy knee bends, just to relax and stretch a little bit. Good. Yes. And up, palms down. So kind of dancing. Yes, we love the dancing. Down and up. Wonderful. Feet apart again. Both arms. Just bring them across. Put them right here. One is in back. One is here on the side. And keep turning. Unless it makes you dizzy to turn, you can stay just like this. And swing around. Good. touching, waking up the body here a little bit. Oh yeah. How are you feeling? Wonderful. Now let's just drop forward, that's all. Drop right forward. Keep your head up. Good. Dropping, let those arms drop down. Good. Move them back and forth a little bit. So this will stretch your lower back, as you know. Bring those arms up, good. A little bit of a back bend, you might need to hold on for that. Go back. Great. Both arms just forward. Forward, drop them down. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. And each time you do it, you'll be able to go a little bit further. You will, believe it or not. Let's stay here now. Just bend the knee and you can round your arm this time and over. Bending the knee and reaching over. Wonderful. Let's try the other side now. Big half circle. And we're doing it out and over. Perfect. Great. Yes. All right. Now, I would like you to lunge forward. Stay right here now. Try to get that leg back as far as you can, keeping your balance, of course, right? So we're stretching the back of the leg. You can do this holding onto the chair also. If you have trouble balancing here, let's try it again. Good. One more. And come back up again. You're going to just lunge forward. Stretch that back. You're stretching the calf muscle. You can feel it there especially. You can put both hands here. Do a little bit of a lunge. Straighten up. Do it again. Good. Wonderful. Now try this. Heel. Toes are up. Keep your back straight. And we're going to come forward. Keep that head up if you can. Probably do this one to the side of the chair and hold on. Come back up. The other heel. When you're doing exercises like this, stretching especially, you can hold them at least 15 seconds. If you can do 20, that's better. Wonderful. And then we'll come back up. Oh, you did a great job. You really did. Let's bring those arms up. Finish with our Namaste pose here. You did a great job. I'm going to do just a little bit more stretching. So grab your water. And we're going to do this one in the chair. Good. How do you feel? You're going to feel very stretched out. You should feel invigorating, really. Good. All right. Now I'd like you to come forward in your chair. And we'll stop that music right now. And I'd like you to just turn your knees to one side. Good. Bring the leg closest to me. Just push it back a little bit. If you want, you can push back with your toe and just push that heel back. If you can, reach down and lift that leg up and then pull back. That would be great. This is the Grecian pose, and we've done this a lot, and we will continue to do this because it's kind of a full body stretch. So right arm or the arm, just reach with your free arm. You only have two, and you're already using it, so wonderful. So you're reaching forward and pulling back at the same time. And I hope you can feel that. Again, if you couldn't, you could leave the foot down on the floor or just push your heel back like we did. So reaching forward, pulling back. Terrific. And watch that chin. Pull it in. Let's have good posture while we're doing this too. I'm tightening the abdomen a little bit too. So, all right, very gently let that leg come down and switch to the front like we did when we were standing. So this is the way to do it seated. So everyone should be able to do some exercise. Hand right here, keeping the back straight, your head up. I want you to come forward. So you're bending forward with a flat back. Wonderful. Great stretch for the back of the leg. For your hamstring, quadriceps, hamstring underneath. Keep that back straight, and then we're going to come up. Now we need to do the other side, so I'm going to turn The outside leg goes back. Push with the heel, if you can do that. Even if you're going to hold on to your leg, just push that heel back. It's just a nice little stretch. At least we're moving. And then you're going to reach down, either the shin or the ankle, and lift up and pull back. I'm holding onto the arm of the chair with the other hand. Nice and tall, pull that chin and see the difference. This looks much better when you're nice and straight. And you look confident. And you look like you're really doing something. And then we're going to reach. So reach forward and pull back. Oh, that's wonderful. Pull that chin in. Good. Hold it and hold it. If you can hold it 15 seconds, that's good. I don't know if you're counting or not. But even 30 seconds for a stretch. So you just do less, longer. And then we'll let that foot come down and switch. The heel comes down, the toe goes up, the back is straight, chin is pulled in. Oh my gosh, all these things we have to think about. Keeping the back straight. Yeah, I can really feel it on this side. Keep that back as straight as you can. Come forward. Feel it in the back of your knee. I feel it there, I think, more than anywhere else. Wonderful. And then we'll come back up. I want to thank you for trying everything with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Just know that you've done something good for yourself, right? And remember, we don't stop playing because we grow old. I just had a big birthday. We grow old because we stop playing. By playing, that means this: getting out, taking a walk, being with your friends. So keep that in mind. Keep exercising, and I'll see you next time. We'll do something different. Bye for now.